quickly. Foreman landed a left and a right and another left, and Lyle's in trouble. He's against the ropes trying to...
It's official. The 2025 LDBC Meet and Greet in Las Vegas, Nevada, August 9th and 10th. Hosted by none other than 78 Sports TV, accompanied by many LDBC content creators you know and love. Come through and enjoy the LDBC Basketball Classic, where Team Voltron will take on LDBC Selects. Come on out and have a good time in a family atmosphere. Children are welcome. Get your tickets ASAP. Use code SHAWA to receive $5 off. See you there. Salute, salute, salute to the family. And welcome, everybody. Let me come through here and say what's up to the good people. Let's see. First in the house, we had the great brother, Coach 67. What's going on, King? Blessings to you and salute. Let me get my mic a little closer for y'all. Blessings to you, King. D-Man Jr. Shalom, King. What's going on? Blessings. There goes my Pooh Bear. Hey, Tay. Real Queen of MMA. How you doing? Coach Hudson. Blessings, King. Thank you for coming in. Okay. The right brother 2 cents. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you guys more than you guys know. My great brother Ak, the Jab Jamboree. Shalom. Dub Rightside. Salute, King. JT, Joseph Townsend. What's going on, family? Rod Neal. Blessings, great brother. Thank you for coming in. Okay. I got a skeleton crew, and it's all to the good. All right, let's get this popping. Hey, y'all, how you doing? Tonight, I have a special guest. Obviously, this is my first guest. I would appreciate everybody treating my great brother with some respect. But with that said, don't kill the trolls, y'all. Let the trolls live. If I want them to die, I'm gonna kill them. Okay. Let me get my chat ready so I can kill the trolls. Let the trolls live if they come. Stephen Elder Mack, salute, great brother, and my brother fella, salute, King. So also with this interview, my intent is not to rehash. I'm not going back to all the stuff that they've been talking about as far as the ducking. We ain't doing that. That's not what this is for tonight. I want people to know the great brother and to understand that, that he is a good person, because there's a whole bunch of hating going on in these YouTube streets. And y'all know I don't get down like that. I like to be fair. And it is what it is. It's my shit. Anyway, here we go. Welcome to great brother, Brian Norman Sr., affectionately known as Pops. How you doing, King?
What's going on? I didn't know I was your first guest. I think I missed that part. I'm very honored to be your first guest. Let's try to make this a first a minute and make this a success. I'm gonna do what I can to make it a success for you.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'm honored to have you, man, because I obviously started. I even learned about B through Tay Jones. This was a few years back. The Quentin. Yeah. Actually, this was when Brian broke his hand.
Right.
Geez,
which time? Like
exactly. See, it was before the Campos. It was before the Campos fight. So it had to be like 2022, maybe 23. He was coming off.
Am I echoing on your end?
No, am I echoing?
I hear myself echoing.
Do you?
It's cool. It sounds better now. Sound bad. I don't hear it no more. We
Oh,
good.
no, yeah, okay. Maybe my speaker's too close to my mic.
Okay.
Let's fix that. So yeah, before the Ocampo fight, and I want to get into all that. We're gonna get into all that, the broken hands, because like I said, I've been following y'all. And the first time I seen him live, yeah, it was at the Quentin Randall fight when I met you.
Right.
Yeah, so you know, I rock with B. I see a lot of promise in that young king. So let's see who else we got in here. Marcel Curry, blessings, salute family. Powerhouse Watson, thanks for coming in. Okay, so we're gonna get down to it. I want to start again, with you. I'm gonna start with you. I got questions for you. So I followed the whole Gregory Hackett debacle, man. I mean, from the jump, I was on Mill City when he jumped on there and he was acting a fool. Yeah, talking smack, and y'all was arguing, and it was somebody other in there that was acting a fool, right? So, okay, it says, good Lord, I did write down questions. So, are you still keeping up with your working out? Are you still keeping up with your working out? Because you went in. I mean, you went in. You really trained for that fight. It was.
What that is that was built in me. I've always, since I stopped boxing, I did it I trained for a while until my last daughter. My third daughter was born. I had at a later age of 34. And when I found out about her, they really just took all the fight. But anyway, though, I stopped training for the longest, and I couldn't find a reason to train like I did, because when the way I train, like you said, I went in. That's how I train. Like there is no other. But you have to have motivation to do that kind of training. You can't just be doing it for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, when I fought as a pro back in my younger years and just coming up, I trained all my life, period. So when I did that back in the day, I had a reason. I had a goal. You know what I'm saying? So, that was gone for me. And I just never did have a reason. So again, I stopped cold turkey right after. I stopped cold turkey right after because I lost my reason. But I'm still down in weight. Because I'm not like a pig or nothing like that.
Yeah, no. I noticed. That's why I asked, because I saw you doing the mid work with B.
Yeah.
You still looking a little.
I still look good. Yeah, I still look good. I still got my six pack, although it's starting to fade a little bit, just like it did last time. When it went away, it took a long time to go away. When I first stopped boxing, a long time, probably over 10 years to go away. Way more than maybe over 10 years. So now it's starting to go away again. But I know I always, like I knew it was always there. I can get it back whenever I want
it. Okay. Now in that fight, you hurt your arm.
Surgery tomorrow. Surgery in the morning, 6. I got surgery at 6 a.m. in the morning. This is what the bicep is supposed to look like.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is what it looks like.
I had to ask, does that hurt? Does that hurt now?
No, it doesn't hurt now. Lately, maybe because I knew mentally because I knew I was having surgery. I've been having a few little tinges, but other than that, like the doctor was amazed. She was like, she can't believe that I'm as strong as I am right now. She can't, but she didn't know what I had to do because I couldn't tell her the truth.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, but she was like, she couldn't believe I was as strong as I was right now. She was like, that's amazing. She couldn't believe I ain't had no pains. I worked my way through it. Like I went through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect people to respect it or understand it, but if you Google it, you'll understand. Because when I Googled it, they told me 4-month healing time, and I was like, and I only had a month left to train for the fight. So I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do? But I wasn't gonna pull out the fight.
Right.
By no means. My son wanted me to pull out for a minute, but then I worked it out and I got through it ASAP. I got through it real quick, and I made it happen. And
the beats on Greg, yeah. Are you cool? Are you guys cool with each other now?
Who, Greg?
Yes.
I don't have no beef with Greg. Greg just be talking shit.
I know.
I
He be
mean,
talking crazy.
ultimately, I understand why people rock with Greg. He a funny dude. He a funny
Yeah.
dude. He a liar. He's definitely a liar, but that's no different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
After the
no,
fight,
no. He's a bold-faced. Yeah, he's a bold-faced liar. Now, I definitely wouldn't trust his
hey
ass.
man, after that fight, his whole camp was like, "Oh, you know, you won that fight." I was like,
Man,
"Man,
he
y'all,
don't.
camp
Hey, listen, no, it's
is-"
past that. He do not mind lying. He don't mind lying, bro. So, outside of him being, I don't really trust liars to be in my circle or be close to me. So I couldn't rock with him like on a personal level because
Right.
there's no telling when a liar is gonna start to lie or tell mistruth because they just do it so easily.
Yeah.
And I don't believe in lying like that. I don't believe
Me
in that.
neither. Nope. Be
Yeah.
righteous.
It don't make sense. I think if you lie, then you ashamed of something. Like, what the fuck you lying about? You grown.
And
Why
who
would
was
a
you
grown
for me to lie to you? That's my thing. Who are you for me to lie to you?
exactly what you if you're a grown person, what are you doing around lying to people? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, that's crazy.
Right.
So outside of that, though, I do understand why they rock with him. He a funny dude, seem to be a cool dude outside of the line and all the other bullshit. But he only gonna lie to the people on the other side or the people that's not gonna matter. So that's understandable, even though I don't respect it or whatever else or agree with it, but it's understandable. So now we okay. I don't got no beef with Greg. I
Okay.
talk my shit. I talk my shit. He talk his shit. It is what it is.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So will we see a rematch between you two? Possibly still.
Probably not. Like for what?
Probably not.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
they're
simple.
talking about getting some get back.
Yeah, no, it's simple as this. It's simple as I could have did a lot more.
Yeah.
I could have did a lot more. I did this again after 13 and a half, 14 years layoffs. And with only 2 months notice, and half of those 2 months I did it with a torn bicep. That should tell you everything you need to know. As the fight was being lined up to, and we was on the interviews. If you say you was at Mill City, I was telling him, I was like, listen, I know more about this game than you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I know how to train. He doesn't
Yeah.
know how to train. If he knew how to train, he wouldn't look like he
I know
looked.
he wouldn't have been looking like a sack potato, but
Yeah.
that's
So
a
if you
whole
know how to
nother
train, you wouldn't look like you look. So hey, look. Again, I tell people all the time there are several victories to be had. You know what I'm saying? It's several victories to be had within a war. It's several battles to be won within a war. You feel what
Right.
I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, look, I'm gonna beat you mentally. You remember I said all of that, and
Right.
that's what I did. That's what I did. I mean, I beat him in every battle. He didn't beat me in any battles.
Now, I do have a question about your career as well. What was it that you were suffering from that was causing you issues in your career?
Well, what it was vertigo that's caused. I don't want to go into detail too much because I still may have to fight again. But anyway, if you heard it before, you heard it before. But I'm not going to tell too much detail about it now. But it was vertigo, bottom line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now also, and this kind of plays into the whole Greg Hackett thing, because they were talking smack, and they still talk smack about you today. And I'm gonna get into an interview you did a couple of days ago.
They stopped talking smack about me until one of their favorite guys won a fight, and then they just re-energized them. And
I mean, in general, people in general in these YouTube streets, they're going crazy.
Yeah. Right.
So I'll go to the interview that you had a couple of days ago because I want to let people know this. For me personally, some of y'all out here, and I said this the other night, people have to chill. Like there's a level, people should have a level of respect for these people that are coaches and trainers and people in the business that come onto these platforms. They do not have to talk to anybody. They are actually doing the public a great service by letting us in, on what's going on. Chill out. Stop being so freaking hateful out here. I don't want another Errol and Buzz situation going on.
You know what though? But you know what? When it comes to that, I catch up fast. I had to get used to it, and I had to catch up to it. But I understand it. All it is it's a bunch of fans, people that are fans of somebody that's doing something that they can't do, they haven't done. They are a fan of what they do. And when you're a fan of what they do, they feel connected to a specific individual, and they want to live through those individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Vicariously, yeah.
They
But they're
live
acting
vicariously
like
through
they
those individuals.
raised by women, and they need to cut that smack out. That's not cool.
I'm glad a woman said that, but you are absolutely right. But the thing is, what they got to understand, if they stop and listen, is because I've always done this. No matter what I've done in life, I always put myself in people's shoes. I always put myself. I mean, you know what? This is even crazy. Even this gonna seem so. Even ugly people. Let's say people that just grow up real ugly. I'd be like, damn. What if I had to go? I'm just saying. I'm being real.
Oh,
I put myself in everybody's shoes. You know what I'm saying? If I'm talking to them, if I'm dealing with them, I put myself in it. Greg Hackett. I know what Greg Hackett is. Greg Hackett, I'm not even being funny. I'm being dead serious. Greg Hackett was a lame growing up. I'm positive he was. Because there's no way that a non-lame person would have allowed himself to go 3-23 and get away with that. You had to be a person that nobody respected because you don't respect yourself. I mean, I'm just being real. I'm not saying this to be funny. Me, I was always popular. But I was always popular, but I was like different. I was different though. But I was always popular. I was always a popular person. Like people always, I was B. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I was always a popular person. So as a popular person, what happened to me when I had my situation going on when I didn't know was I was so prideful and ashamed of my last losses. Nobody even knew when I was fighting anymore.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm ashamed. That's why people never knew I boxed. I never wanted it. I never cared about it coming out that I boxed because it was nothing to really talk about.
Right.
If you get what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of what it got me and what I became because I was able to teach it to my son, pass it on to him. My boxing career was to learn for what's going on today for my son. That's it.
That's the important part. That's the important part.
And I accept that. I understand that. But other than that, I'm ashamed of my record. I'm ashamed of 18 and 11. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a winner. I said to myself when I got to 10, true story. I said to myself as I started losing, I said, I ain't gonna have double-digit losses. That's what I said, right? Mm-hmm. So I was doing what I was doing. I said to myself, I ain't gonna have no double-digit losses. It came. I got the double digits. I said, I'm done. You can go look at my record. I retired for 2 years. I retired in 2009. I said, I'm done. It's it for me. 2011, they came back with a good offer of money. I said, I had been sparring, had been doing everything else. And I said, you know what, bro? I'm only 31 years old. It's better to find. I think I was 32. I said, I'm only 32 years old. You only got one life to live. I'm still young. Let me see if it's still on my system. Let's see if I still got it. I had been gone 2 years. And when I was sparring, I wasn't having no issues. Everything was fine. Even in that last fight, I didn't have the issues as severe as I had them previously before. Right. But in that last fight, it happened the round before the end. And I told my coach, which I wish I had because he stopped the damn fight. As I said, it happened again. I didn't sit down on a stool. I walked to the corner and I said, it's happening again. He's like, what you mean? I said, shit going on again. I didn't follow him. I was like, shit going on again. I said, this is it for me. It's the last hoorah. Let's go get it. That's what I said. I said, last hoorah. I knew that was my last. This is my last round. This is my last fight. I said it to him in the corner. In the corner before the last round. I said, this is it for me. Let's get it. I said, let's get it. I walked out. I got it. And I was working. And like I said, I was telling somebody before, if you go look at that last fight, my coach stopped the shit with like 3 seconds left on the clock. I just found out he did that. I didn't even know he stopped. I thought the referee stopped it, and I was like, "Damn, what's going on?" But yeah, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like I said, I'm not ashamed of that shit. But
you shouldn't be because your experience has led to the great champion that we know as Brian Norman Jr.
Absolutely. And hey, I'm old enough and I'm man enough to stand on that shit. I ain't worried about it. Hey, the people talking shit can't beat me.
That's right. Okay, so now I'm still staying on this path with you. The whole thing with Mill City with Greg Hackett, he was talking smack about you, and in saying you broke, and I seen this in this chat the other day as well. Now I need people to know
Oh, what
that.
they said I'm broke. Oh, they said I'm broke.
Oh yeah, you know they said that. You know they said
So
that.
people in this chat today is thinking I'm broke.
Not today, not tonight, not my.
You
Not
see,
my
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You say you saw it the other day in this chat.
oh yeah, remember they were saying because I think you even responded to one of the trolls. They were saying you needed to pay bill. They was just
Oh, I
wild.
did see that. I did see
Yeah,
that.
they
But
was just in
is
there
that what
wild.
you talking about? Something? Because what about me suggests that I'm broke?
Look. Let me roll here. Let me roll. See that's the where I'm trying to get to. Now, people don't know that you have been a single father and that you are a businessman. You are in business for yourself. Let the people know what do you do? What does Brian Norman Sr. do?
I own a mechanic. I'm not a mechanic. I own a mechanic shop. I do know how to work on cars. I own a towing service. Um, see, mechanic shop, towing service, and I sell cars. I'm a car salesman also.
Mhm. And you do old school cars because I would
I
love
pretty
to get
much, yeah,
my dad.
I pretty much deal with anything. I pretty much, it's a little mess. Hold on. I pretty much deal with anything. I don't know how to turn this damn camera around. Let me look. Oh, whatever. I pretty much deal with anything with a car. It's Dusty. This is my baby right here. Six
Oh,
American
geez.
there.
Now you on my now you
You
on my
see,
oh yeah, we can see it. That's
yeah,
beautiful.
it's Dusty. Cats and shit been running out, but it's Dusty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
That's
looks
my
like
baby
my
right here.
husband's car. Yeah, okay,
Six
okay,
69 Camaro. You know what I'm saying? It's
okay.
what we do. It's what we
Yeah,
do.
okay, my husband is
Superchargers.
an
You know what I'm
80
saying?
something.
I got a lot of tours. I got a lot of tours that I deal with or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just I started with towing and then it's just another way to expand or whatever else. Convertible, 442 Cutlass.
Oh yeah, oh.
Yeah, 72
Ooh.
Cutlass. You know what
Uh,
I'm saying? But yeah, man, I have a lot going on. So I don't know what the hell or why the hell somebody would think that I'm broke. That's you know what? Nobody believe that. They just want something to say. Don't nobody believe that shit.
no.
You can't believe that shit. You can't believe that shit. You because you know I always say this. I'm telling somebody this today. It's like what old people say, and I'm not saying I got a lot of money, but one thing I learned is you can't hide money. I
Right.
carry myself like a bomb. I dress like a bomb. You know, I dress. You know this. If you ever see me on any interviews, I probably got on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Where they always talk about dirty hands. You can call me whatever you want to call. No haircut. You call me whatever you because I don't care about that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? But one thing is for true that old people say is you can't hide money because no matter what, I'm still gonna find something that I do that's a hobby that I do that's gonna show some money. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Simple as that, man. It's
So
simple as
yeah,
that.
I just want people to know that yeah, you are a self-sustained individual. We're
Yeah,
not out
absolutely.
here hurting for nothing.
Yeah, no,
We
this
ain't
my
using
shop.
our children to pay no bills. So y'all need to
It's
stop the cap. Like
my shop that I'm in. It's my shop. All of them dirt. I gotta wash all this shit. But I got up. This. Look, look. See
oh yeah, yeah.
this? You see
Yeah.
this?
Oh look, my
Yeah,
husband be right
man,
here.
it's me.
Oh, heaven.
Everything you see out here is mine.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. Okay. So now I want to switch gears a little bit. And at first, I just have the weirdest question. I ain't gonna lie. Where did Junior get the red hair from?
The sandy. It's not red.
Well, I call it red because my hair used to be that color.
No. It's dusty. It's dusty brown, but it's kind
Dusty
of turning
brown.
black. It's dusty brown, but it's kind of turning black. He got the hair from his mama. He got the
Okay.
skin color. Look, this is the crazy thing. If you ever look, like I got on my daddy's side, like it's like half white. Like all of them, you wouldn't even know they was my family. Like all of them are white. So he got the skin color from that side, but he got the dusty brown hair from his mama's side.
Oh, look, I got a question because I'm curious too, and I was gonna get into this later, but man, look, people wonder. Man loves his cars. Which is the favorite?
69 Camaro was my first, and I'm gonna have to say it's my favorite. It's not my favorite to drive because I ain't drove that son bitch forever. Favorite to drive would be the 72 Pontiac Firebird. That's fun to drive. Yeah.
Okay. going on though, we're gonna get back into B. So I wanted to say first off, let me go back. Let me go back. Because I remember during the Campos fight, because he had already broken his hand. Campos,
You talking about Perez?
they be having double last names. I don't believe so. His last name was Campos.
You might be right. Well, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he was just
He broke his hand
he was just boxing. He was just boxing that ring, throwing the jab, throwing the jab, throwing the jab.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, and he just came back, and I want to say he was new to Top Rank at the time.
Top Rank. He fought with
Yes,
Damien.
Perez.
He fought Damien Corey. Yeah, Perez. That's what I'm telling you.
Yes, Perez Campos is it. That's why I told they be having 50 million
Okay,
names.
yeah. Okay, yeah. That fight, he had one hand only. He only had one
Yeah,
hand.
it's like he broke his hand in the second
Yeah,
round, maybe.
he only had his hand was already hurt. His hand was already
it
hurt.
was. Interesting information.
Yeah, he had to fight again. He like me. I mean, he like me, and man, we got stories. My son got so much character because we got so many stories. I gotta tell you a quick one. My son got stabbed. He got stabbed by a female. And it's something to let you know. I'm not. You can Google this. There's something that connects from up here that goes to your lungs. I ain't even know nothing about that. He got stabbed in his clavicle up here, and it was seeping oxygen out of whatever she stabbed. I guess a blood vessel, whatever the hell, it was seeping oxygen out of his neck. So listen though, he had a fight lined up the next weekend or something like that. It's a lot to it, but bottom line is he fought. He fought right after he was in ICU. He was in ICU. Everything else he fought the next weekend.
That's great.
I mean, look, we get no matter
tear something back open again when you do stuff like that.
He fought the next weekend. Listen, that's just how we made. That's just how we built. That's how he was raised. It's just, ain't no pussyfooting around. All you gotta do is believe in God, believe you can do it. You know what I'm saying? People look for reasons. I always say people look for excuses for why they can't do something. It's sort of reasons for why they can. That's how I look for reasons I can do something.
I know
not for excuses why I can't.
Okay. I want to also say it was good to see him in that Cuevas fight. Hold that, because look, I study film. That's what I do on my channel. I break down film, and
right.
I try to be fair with everybody. And what I look for are flaws. I look for flaws in everybody. It just is what it is. Doesn't make me dislike or like somebody more or less.
I was just supposed to be an analyst. Yes.
I knew going into the fight about Cuevas' left, and I want to know, do both of you study film or just you as the coach?
I studied the most. I think he just started, according to what he's saying, because he was telling me about. Shut up. Yeah.
You don't gotta go there.
Yeah. I guess he just started. But I do it. Man, listen to me. When I get on somebody, I'm on them. I find out every movement they got. That's why I'm so confident when I talk. People don't understand it. I find out everything. I'm talking again, like I said, I want to know, like, if you got the more film out there, the more I know. Right? If it's about punching power, if it's about movements, if it's about whether your shit is fake or not. What I mean by fake is some people have fake movement. And what I mean by fake movement, that's the shit that coaches do. You'll see a coach like my old ass get up and start bouncing around for like 3 seconds, 5 seconds to show the student, right? To show the student what's going on, and then they'll stop. That's fake ass movement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, there's fighters out here, obviously. Yeah.
They doing fake ass move. Like, I look for everything. I break it all the way down. Can they pivot this way? Can they pivot that way? What happens when you go to the weak side? What happens when they go to the strong side? Did they hurt somebody with a right? Have they ever hurt somebody with a right hand? Have they ever hurt somebody with a left hand? I can tell you what Cuevas did different in this fight. He said that he was absolutely right. Cuevas was a one-handed fighter.
Yeah.
One-handed. I saw fights he would chase you. He would use his right hand to touch you. Sometimes he never even threw the right hand. He was
No, he
literally a
didn't.
one, huh?
He didn't.
He,
Not that right. He didn't.
he was a one-handed fighter, but he threw the right hand with my son a couple of times. So he said it. He said in the press conference, he said it, and I give him credit for this. He said he think I only got a left hand, but he got to watch out. And I'll be damned, he was throwing the right hand. I went back and I said, damn,
I didn't see no power or nothing in that right hand.
right hand in the power, but he was throwing it. I didn't say he had power in it.
I'm just saying what I saw.
He wasn't even, but on the other guys, he wasn't even throwing it. He was pretty much just putting it out there as a filler. He was putting it out there just to be doing shit. Just, you know what I'm saying? But he was so dependent on his left hand, it was crazy.
Okay. Yeah, and then oddly enough, B's left took him out. Yeah. In that Centillion fight, look, that was a thing of beauty. That performance. And I had feelings going into that fight because I too knew I'm familiar with the West Coast. I'm familiar with California and Vegas. I've been to fights over there. I know how them people get down. So I knew also with him going into his hometown, I know I drive trucks through California. I know who's.
Oh, you drive truck?
Yeah, I drive semi. I know who's up and through there. I know how them people be acting. I knew what it was about, and it did turn out to be about that. He was supposed to lose that fight, so they thought. But he really put on a masterpiece to me, and I was over here hollering like I was his mama. I was like, "Woo! Look, you see that beautiful?" Me and my husband's over here going ham. So
y'all saw more than I saw at that time. I didn't see everything you was looking at on TV. I couldn't see it from my angle, from where I am. It's always like people want to see the fights live. It's always benefits to being there and benefits to not being there. Sometimes it's better to be at home.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. TV, you can see it all. You can hear what they're saying. Even though
Sometimes when I'm there, if I'm at a fight, not I gotta watch it in the ring, but if I'm at a fight and I'm watching the fight, sometimes I look at the Jumbotron, I just watch it up top.
I've done that too because you can't see certain angles.
You can't see, you can't really see good. Yeah, you watch it up top.
And as a coach, that has to be a little bit frustrating, but
it is.
How did you feel in that moment? Because my thing with that whole fight that was crazy is I feel like, and I like Robert Garcia. I like his camp, and I just felt like he should have threw in the dang towel, and it's almost like a level of pride with them as well. With I'll just say with Hispanics and how they fight, but it's like it was almost to his fighter's detriment because the type of damage that he could have sustained from what happened.
That was definitely career-ending type damage. It was definitely a career-ending type fight. Yeah. It didn't end his career, thank God, but it was definitely career-ending type, a career-ending type fight. It absolutely was because he fought his Giovanni fought his heart out. He fought with all his will, all of his power. He did everything he could possibly do. He left it all on the line, which nothing but respect to him for doing that. But it's definitely one of them ones. And I mean, I know it was just pride and ego keeping Garcia from stopping that fight or anything. Like, what was he supposed to do? Like he was supposed
Fernando over there in the corner.
I was just about to say that. You got Fernando right next to you. Fernando don't be in people's corners like that.
I'm telling you, there was a feeling just watching the fight begin, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, they on their national stuff. They on their people. And
I don't know if you ever heard me talk about this before, but you know, Fernando set us up. He don't speak to me no more now.
Really?
We went to Vegas, Silas Gym. We was looking for southpaws. We had our training camp in Texas, and we had sparring in Texas, whatever else. But we want the best. We always going around for the best work. I mean, you're gonna always see me and my son traveling somewhere. You might see me in your city. We everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Hey. We're going to Big Bear, California next month. We everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Colorado, but yeah. I'm with
I'm just tell you where we're going though. We're going to Big Bear, California, next month or whatever. So I mean, we everywhere. Yeah, we everywhere. Like, we go to Philly, Baltimore, Texas, Virginia. We go everywhere. We road warriors. We don't We don't believe in bringing everybody to us. We don't need that. We don't like that. That's not good. That's not character building. That's fuck all that. Every ring that he's in, I wanted to be his home. But anyway, this is how he set us up. So we go down to Vegas and we look Blair Collins. We supposed to spar Blair Collins, but we ended up finding. But we ended up getting some other work at Silas Gym with De Los Santos and Alberto Puello. You know. Mm-hmm. But you know, both of those, yeah. So you know, both of those, and we had a couple other guys over there too. So we ended up getting that work. But we went over there initially for Armando Vargas Jr. because he was a southpaw.
Okay.
So we just look around looking for southpaw. So we go there look for Armando
or
no, Fernando.
Oh, okay.
Fernando Vargas Jr. I think he was a 154 pounder. He was 154 pounder.
Okay.
So we went over there to spar him. They tell us, Salas, which are very good people, they tell us that, yeah, good. They coming over there anyway. We'll call him and ask him, can he bring his son? Because he called over there for Emiliano. He called over there for work for Emiliano. So they was coming anyway, right? So he was like, I just tell him to bring his son, Fernando. He called him. Fernando Vargas, the daddy said, yeah, would we come now? We in there waiting like, damn, what's going on? Both of the brothers come in, Armando and Emiliano come in. The daddy come in. We like, where the hell is Fernando? He said, oh, I forgot. I forgot to tell him. Right? All right, cool. That's how we end up sparring who we sparred. That was fine. We get to the fight. We see this motherfucker in the corner. We said, well, goddamn. Wow. That was absolutely done on purpose. That was absolutely done on purpose.
He's playing. They dirty. Well, look, I'm telling you. Look, them people.
And he just saw me at the fight. He wouldn't speak to me. And he spoke to me all the time before.
But at the fight, so does he speak now, or have you seen him?
No, I'm telling you, when we just fought, you know, his son fought on the same card.
Yeah.
Okay, he looked me dead in my eyes several times. He ain't speak to me.
Hey, maybe they feel some kind of way about you, but they
wouldn't give a what I tell you about being prideful, what I tell you about being confident.
Hey,
it ain't a motherfucker walking that's gonna shame me down, shot me down, or make me not say what I want to say or do what I want to do. It ain't a person walking this earth that's gonna do that. I promise you it's not.
Yeah, well, we know that about you, definitely. Right. Okay, so how do you well I'll go here. We saw Eddie the Snake, because this is what I call him. I'm sorry, I don't know how you feel about it. That's how I feel about him. We saw him talk about he's making he's in talks with Bob. I call Bob Blob. I know you know Bob. I call Bob Blob. They're in talks for
95. How you gonna call a 95-year-old man Blob?
Because Bobby lying too.
How disrespectful is that? He's 95.
I'm sorry, I do it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He might be 97. I know he old.
He old. He like, yeah, right. I think Don King got him beat, but still, you know, I do call him that. But they were talking to Eddie said that they are looking to make something happen between Boots and your son going into fall. Is that true? Is that true?
We were asked, that's absolutely true. We were asked, will we be interested in the fight before my son's fight? We said, hell yeah. But of course, that's where it starts at. That's the beginning of it. So that's what we said. But again, after the fight after the fight they had, that's when Eddie said that that Bob was looking to make the fight, but the winner of the fight was saying different. So the way I read it is the winner of the fight don't want to fight. That's the way I read it. But I mean, of course, I could be wrong. I don't know.
So that was my next question. Do you feel like Eddie really wants this fight?
That's a good question. I don't know. The first time, no, I don't think he wanted to fight at all. The first time, no. The first time, no. Now I think the roles may have reversed. I think the other guys don't want to fight. I'm not saying nobody's afraid. It could be for different reasons. It could be they don't want you to get fame. It could be they don't want you to shed a ring. I don't know. I don't know what the reasons are, but now I think the roles are reversed. I don't know. I don't know if Eddie wanted it or not. I don't know.
Okay, because I don't believe he does. Now after B defended his title, he had a visitor
Right.
from Japan who
Right.
challenged him in a Japanese way.
Challenge you to a duel.
Yeah, it was different, right? It was some different stuff. Now, I mean, and I've watched Jen. I've watched film on him.
Right.
Do you guys think you? And this is up to you. Do you guys think you are interested in taking that fight?
I mean, we actually had several offers on floating
Ooh,
around. Right, yeah, right after the fight. They already our management team knew about it. They knew, but we knew we had a fight to deal with, so they didn't tell us all the offers that we had. We had a few. So we had a few. We had to make a decision on what we was gonna take. We locking it down to narrowing it out to a firm decision on what made the most sense right now for a fight in June. So because my son again took
nice.
minimum damage. Yeah, he took minimum damage. He only had 2 fights last year. He was supposed to have fight last year. So he young. He looking to stay busy. He want to be one of the ones. You know what I'm saying? He want to go. He need to get his feet wet. And even then, he was on in the ring after 10 months. He was on in the ring for 3 rounds. Like
Right.
that's I think about all the training and shit for that. Like, nah, you want some rounds in. You want to
Yeah,
get in that ring
you
again.
pay a lot of money for them training camps, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah, you want to get in there. Like, come on, give me something. You
give
know
me
what I'm saying?
some.
So yeah, he's definitely looking to get back in the ring. Definitely back in the ring ASAP. And that's how we ended up here where we are. So I can't say what I don't know what he's. Of course, I do know, but I don't know what he's leaning towards.
Right. Right.
But I
Now,
mean, a decision and an announcement should be made soon enough.
now, there's some I personally want to address to the viewers and people who are gonna see this later, because there's always a lot of talk about who it's a lot of talk about what happened before, and I just want to tell people this because everybody don't see every interview. I don't see every interview. I
Absolutely.
need people to understand that Brian Norman Jr. has been on record saying that he didn't give a damn about what they did with, and I call it a setup. Eddie tried to he really just tried to smear you guys' name in my personal
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
now. Brian Norman Jr. said he don't give a damn. He will fight several fights to make up the difference, and I need people to understand that's good. This young man is trying to stay busy.
Well, that didn't even matter. That didn't even matter because in 8 minutes he ended up getting the opportunity where he didn't need several fights to make the difference about that. Yeah, it was really more about respect than anything. You know what I'm saying? It's more about respect than, how you gonna ask me to come do this and come do that. Then you tell me what you're gonna give me. I'm like, nah, well, we can do it, but now we want to do it for this and that. Then you go to bashing me, telling me I'm not worth it.
Campaign.
Yeah, right. You go run a smear campaign. I'm not worth this, and I'm not like. Well, what are we talking about? You came to me. We was minding our business. What the fuck is going on? You feel what I'm saying? But then at the same time, but no. This is the kicker though. At the same time, then you're gonna come back, and I wish somebody would show this interview because if you want to say ducking, how are you gonna say when somebody ducks somebody when you come back and say interview that they're still asking for the fight? Well, last time I checked, that ain't ducking. Even though it wasn't,
you guys have been on record, you and him saying
absolutely.
Yeah,
but even though what he was talking about then wasn't true, he lied his way into you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because what we did was we sent the counter offer. We sent the counter and they went on to talking trash. And then he came back and said, well, they said they realized they made a mistake. Now they're asking for it back. So according to you, we didn't duck shit. But again, we ain't gonna harp on that today.
Right. We're gonna move on around that.
Yeah.
So I only have one more question in regards to any of the whole thing. Would Bob be willing to pay for that fight, or will it have to be a matchroom fight?
That's the question we do not. That's the question we do not know. We're doing what we can do to earn our keep, and if we don't earn our keep, it is what it is. But we're doing our part to earn our keep because again, my son got to a position that he's in before his time, before they planned on him to get in that position that he was in. He put in this position to be an X factor, to be X'd out the game, but he ended up, leveling it up and doing what he needed to do. So organically his fan base has not seen enough and has not been built the right way yet. You know what I mean? So I don't know yet. So what we're gonna do again, like I said in June, is looking to make a stellar performance. You know, see where we go from there. Because again, after that last performance, we had a lot of offers on the table. After this next performance, if we do what we're supposed to do, maybe we'll have a lot more offers on the table. I mean, who knows? Ryan Garcia expressed interest in fighting my son today. I don't know if you saw that interview.
I did not, but
Yeah.
how do you
Yeah.
feel about that? How do you feel about that?
It's magnificent. I love it. I
You
love
do.
it. That's what boxing is about. You know, the best fighting the best, the people coming in the division, and we would love a name like a Ryan Garcia to fight.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? To
But
fight him.
how do you feel about the fact of what happened with Devin in the Austrian? And do you feel like?
If you entertain a fight going to another country where they can do what they want to do, that tells you we ain't even worried about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, of course it matters. Of course it matters. I may be too confident, but I just think my boy is. I mean, I've seen what I've seen, and I don't give a damn what they're taking. I'm just being real.
I believe that your son is that dude too.
Yeah. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care what I done seen him. I seen how people act. I've been seeing it all my life, and now he got two good hands, and now he believes in his hand, and now he lets his hands go the right way. I don't care what they taking.
Right. Okay. So I want everybody to also know, I know you ain't no hater. How do you feel about Boots' performance last Saturday? Good, bad, or indifferent?
It was a good performance. It was a good performance. It was a test for him. You know, again, I talk about the eye test shit because that's how he started. That's how Stanionis started because neither one of them had been tested. Initially. I mean, but no fighters are tested until they test it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just how the boxing goes. So no fighter has been tested until they actually tested in particular instances, situations, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Because now, except now Stanionis has, but no fighter he hasn't been tested on enemy territory, on you know what I'm saying, on neutral grounds. You feel what I mean? But again, as far as the performance, it was a good performance. He did exactly what he needed to do. Good footwork, good angles. He was able to make Stanionis look like an amateur to some degree. He did take some shots or whatever else. I mean, it is part of boxing.
That's right.
I think Stanionis wasn't capitalizing on the shots that he was given, and they were definitely they were one-punch shots. You know what I mean? I think he threw 175 punches the whole fight. You know what I mean? And that right there is what I was just telling you about. I look for everything and what you make your opponent do. That means that Boots made him throw 175. That means it was something about Boots that made him not punch.
Yeah, and I could tell you what I thought it was, but
I mean, but either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, I got my idea too. I watched it. I watched it about 3-4 times myself. And I got my theory about what it was too. But no matter what, you know what I'm saying? No matter what, you still have to watch a fighter, watch what he does, watch what he normally does, watch what he's used to doing, and watch what he's doing now. And you have to ask yourself, why is he doing that now? Again, like with my son in his last fight, the guy Quaybad, left hook, woo, this and that, whatever. He ain't never punked out on nobody. Even his trainers, I saw Real did an interview earlier today, Boxing Real in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, that's a coach in Philadelphia. Even surprisingly Real told him. Yeah, he told the truth about it today on YSM. He said, shout out to YSM. He said he trained him before. He said he worked with him before. He's like, that's not a Derek Quaybad he know. He said, so ultimately you got to look at what Derek Quaybad quit. Brian Norman made him quit. So you got to ask yourself, why did he quit? What did Brian Norman do to make him quit? You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It goes across the board with everybody. Like I said, Jerron Ennis did something to make Stanionis not throw punches. I think it was the angles. I think it was not standing in front of him. I think it was, the body shots. Oh, my God, the body shots. Yeah, the body shots especially. He touched them to the body. So you definitely don't want to open up. But I think even before that, by me watching and studying, I didn't study Stanionis that much because I haven't studied Stanionis as an opponent, but I did study Boots as an opponent. So, and I know Boots is a great counterpuncher. Mm-hmm. So I think, and I know that from the fights I've seen Stanionis in, his so-called good fights, which was Gabriel Maestre and
and
Butaya. And
Butaya.
Butaya, his dad was getting countered like hell in both of those fights. And Boots is known for countering jabs. You know what I mean? So what I saw was him afraid to jab. Even when he did jab, he would almost jab and chuck his hand back and tuck his head back down. You know what I'm saying?
He
So
did. He
yeah.
went
So
back
I
into
think
his little pocket, man.
he would get back in. So I think he was afraid of doing it. But again, that's like you said, I'm not a hater. That's giving credit to Boots for what he did and what he brought to the table, whether it be from the energy, whether it be from his presence, whether it be from the body shots, whatever it was.
Right.
Just like Real said today, there was something that happened in the ring that made him do something and made him not do something.
Obviously.
And you got it right. And as you know, fight fans tend to not look at stuff like that. All they want to know is the guy they pick one, and everybody really just want to be right. That's all it is.
Well, you know what? Tay Jones, Tay. He
my dog, man.
Of course. Look, he's in here. He just came through here.
Tay, what up, Tay? Big dog.
Yeah. So it's something that Tay said, and it has stuck with me forever. And he says all the time, some people just see two people moving around in the ring. They don't
can't know what the fuck they're looking at. I don't know what the fuck they're looking at.
Right. So, when I very first heard him say that, I was like, look, I ain't about to be that person. I am not gonna be that person.
Listen, Tay will tell you that I'm notorious for that shit too. Tay will tell you I point out a lot of shit here where you're like, damn, I didn't see that. Tay yeah, Tay my dog, man. That's my dog, man. But so like I said, I'm just I watch these people, especially when I'm locked in on them. I watch these people till I almost see them in my sleep, and I have their movements. Again, like I said with Santillon, I had Santillon movements down to a T. I knew how to beat him easily. My son chose not to beat him that way. Derek Cuevas, I had him down to a T. He did change it. He did throw the right hands, which he was not doing before, but he was able to do that only because of the times my son made the mistake of standing right in front of him, which is what I told him not to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then you see him get on his lateral movement and he will move around him.
Yeah. And see, that's something I look for in all fighters is
adjustment.
Fight to fight. Did you learn how to adjust?
Right? Adjustment, right. So the second round he came back and adjusted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I look for it from fight to fight, but I do also look for it in a fight. I look for it within the fighter themselves and to come from their coach in the corner telling them how to correct, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
With that said, and no, I said I ain't gonna go back and talk about that young man, so I'm gonna leave that alone. And it's not a bad comment. It's just that I personally don't feel like I saw any growth when I compare it to the other fights, but we're talking about a different style of fighter as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You can't. Yeah, again, when I just told you a minute ago, you haven't been tested until you've been tested, right? And it's like, I mean, you can take this across the board. It's like medicine. Like, for example, I know this is gonna be off the topic, but just hear me out. Like, for example, that vaccine. Just hear me out. The vaccine they was putting out, right?
Yeah.
The vaccine they was putting out was tested in certain situations, but what about the other situations? The motherfucker went out. It wasn't there long enough
to be tested. Long enough.
You feel where I'm coming from?
I know I didn't mess with that,
but you get where I'm coming from, right?
Absolutely.
it wasn't around long enough to be like you don't know that you don't know the long term. You didn't know what the hell was going on. So that's the same thing across the board with anything that you're putting out. You know, that's why you see cars and they put shit out that's new, and guess what you see? Recalls.
Lemons.
No, you see, the recalls.
Just the recalls.
The recalls. The recalls mean we put this out there, but we made a mistake.
Yeah, and that's with everything. Food.
And that's with everything. So that's with fighters, that's with whatever you want to. That shit not subjective. That's with everything. You know what I'm saying? But people don't understand that you can put, it's a lot of shit you can do to use and you can put it across the board. You know what I'm saying? It's all about your level of thinking and the way you think about it. You feel me?
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So Barrios has been absolutely quiet. Nobody knows. Barrios talking about fighting the Pacquiao. I heard some
I
about
know.
him fighting EJ. Now that pissed me off because EJ has no business going back down 47. I love EJ.
Right.
What's the deal with Barrios? Do you have any idea? Have you guys heard anything?
I heard the same thing you heard. I haven't heard any inside information. We threw some bones, or we attempted to do some things that way, but we wasn't expecting to really hear nothing back. Because again, I was talking to somebody earlier today, and I was explaining to them like about the Floyd Schofield situation, and I'm not going to get into it because I want to think I'm picking no sides. It's exactly as they say. The way negotiations begin is people and fans get talks and questions confused with offers. You understand?
Yes.
The way and Tay will tell you this, the way every fight starts is a conversation like this. Are you interested in fighting such and such?
That's normal. It sounds normal.
Simple, yay or nay. Listen. Simple, yay or nay. But here's where the shit get muddy. Here's where it gets real muddy. You heard Stanionis' example say he was asked a question about another particular person that he just fought before, and he kept saying yes. We was asked a question about Stanionis. We say yes. This is in June last year. We say yes.
Interesting. Okay.
No, hear me out.
I'm listening.
Tio, we say yes. It's so many people that you get. The thing is, it's not always the fighters that are doing the asking.
Absolutely.
The fighters are not the ones doing the asking. The fighters are not doing that. You have a team in place to put things together. You understand? That's where the fans get it mixed up and they get it misconstrued at. And they start putting their own, all they get like it's just fighter. No. Sometimes people will get an offer. The manager, the promoter, or whoever it is, for whatever reason, not because they're scared or they don't think they're ready for it. Or you never know why. You know what I'm saying? You're not in their business mind. You don't know about their bottom dollar. You don't know about this or you don't know about that. They got to have an easy money grab to go get. You don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But they can ask them, offer them this fight, and that person, the promoter, can make the decision because that's who they contact. They don't contact the fighter. Nobody ever contacts the fighter.
Unless you're your own promoter.
The fighters are not contacted directly with any of these offers that y'all hear about, think about, none of that. All of that shit comes through a chain of command. All right. It goes through the promoter talks to the manager talks to the fighter sometimes. Or not.
Very important part. Sometimes. Okay.
Yes. Or not. That's what I'm saying. That's where it gets muddy at. That's what people got to understand. Like you could be offered, and so you got another person, like with the situation that happened last year that was brought up saying they turned it down, but no, that's not even what happened. You feel what I'm saying? Like you have things that are being said to the other people and they lied to because of whatever reason, or a person like with Stanionis, even in that offer you hear, he never even heard nothing about it at that time. Like it's crazy. So people gotta, stop getting stuff misconstrued when they hear offers and this and that. No, people sometimes just be talking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Abdullah Mason, for example, back to the Abdullah Mason Schofield situation. Abdullah Mason got a fight and he has an opponent coming up.
That's right.
There's no doubt in my mind. The question was asked, would you be interested in fighting Abdullah Mason? There was no money offered.
It's just a conversation.
Listen, but I think, I don't know. That's per what Senior is saying. Again, I'm not going to get into it and pick no sides.
Right.
But I think Senior made the mistake of muddying the waters by saying, yeah, for $2 million, you should have shut the fuck up. They had nothing to do with the public.
Yep.
They had nothing to do with the public. You should have shut up. You should have said, yes, shut up. But he chose to go to the public. And again, I'm not knocking Senior. He do what he do. He got his son where he is. So I don't want to make it like I'm on here knocking Senior. I don't have no problem with none of these boxing coaches, boxing dads, even if it's bows. I don't have no problem with nobody doing whatever else. Right. These people are in a position that they're in for a reason. Hold on 2 seconds.
Surely.
Hello.
Family, please like the video. Please subscribe if you're not. Share.
Yeah, it's complete. It's already complete. All right, got it. I apologize. Hello.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right. What the hell I was saying? Yeah, I'm not throwing no. I don't have no
Yeah.
problem with nobody do because I mean, because the level that these guys that we're talking about is on are levels that people like me that fought before, people like the people coming up, that are trying to get to. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's the level they're trying to get to. So if you're a coach, father, trainer that got that person to that position, man, congratulations and big ups to you. The world is watching you and they really hating on you about that. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be people that hate that you there. You know what I'm saying? And even if it's other, you know, people in the same position that you was in last year, they don't like the fact that you there and they want to tell you why you should and how you could, but they can't even get there.
Well,
So I'm not hating on Senior and I'm not talking trash about Senior or
right.
nothing else for whatever he do. You know what I'm saying? I got my thoughts, he got his thoughts, but bottom line is his son is in a position that a lot of fighters and a lot of people would love to be in. That's it.
That's true. That's true. No
Right.
matter what happened, right?
Right. No
And
matter what happens.
right,
Yeah.
no matter what happened previously. So another question I have is, how much more time do you guys have on your contract? Can you say that or
Yeah. It was extended after you won the title.
right?
After you won the title, it was extended. I'm gonna call you back in a second. After he won the title, it was extended 3 years as a
Yeah.
champion. Yeah, as a champion, you get a 3-year extension. So
Yeah.
20, he started at the beginning of 2023, so it goes to 25 years. So that's 2020, the beginning of 2028, so the end of 2027.
Oh, nice. Okay. I
Right.
I say nice, but Anyway.
I
Um,
mean, look, listen. When it comes to this boxing game, again, it's a blessing to be where we are today. It's a
yeah.
blessing, Again, man, I lived it. I lived the other side. I lived the side where I got to go to work. I got to go to the gym. I live that side. My son, thankfully, don't have to live that side. So
Yeah.
he living it. So it's just a blessing to even be here. It's a blessing to have options. It's a blessing to even it's just a blessing. That's it.
It is. It sounds like a blessing if
It
I can
is,
help my children and yeah, because
man.
of
It's
my
it's
experience.
it's, it's a huge blessing. It's a huge blessing.
So the other day in the comments, I saw somebody ask a really great question, and of course, Cake, you didn't ask you that, but um, has there been any talks of you guys having a fight in Atlanta? Have you heard anything? Have you guys talked to
I
them
I
about it?
actually, I want to say I did. I can't remember the details. We did ask about it. We asked about it. We
Mm,
asked about it. I did hear some feedback, but that might have been before the last. I can't remember. So much stuff be going on. I don't remember. I don't remember what was said.
is will the city come out? Is the city
Oh yeah,
going?
it's all man. Listen. The city come out for me. My son, see,
Yes.
that's what people. That's another thing that people get mistaken. You can go look at his box rate. My son has headline cars here many times. Georgia World Congress Center, like he sell out everything he do. Whether it's a small thing, like he does. I mean, he makes the people come out. That's fine. I made the people come out. I sold out where I was
I know.
at.
I know. Look, I'm just trying to help people understand because it's
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
getting
no,
a lot
people
of
don't.
stuff.
Hey, look, listen, because
A lot
they think because it's a narrative. They think because somebody told them something, that's what it is. No, that's not the truth. And also, it's all about how you promote something. You know what I'm saying? It's simple as that. People who know, and the people who don't know that don't know. And when my fight coming up, when I was promoting, I had so many people hit my line that ain't got nothing to do with boxing. Man, I want to come to this. How do I do this? How do I do that? I had so many people.
I can
It's all about
understand
promotion. It's all
it.
you need to do is just get people interested, especially in a city like Atlanta. A city like Atlanta, we are always looking for something to do. It's a nightlife city. It's a
Yes.
nightlife city.
I've been
People
here.
is always looking for something to do at night. Comedy shows, concerts, football games, basketball games. They're always looking for something to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Circus, you know what I mean? Monster truck shows. They're always looking for something to do. You know what I'm saying? So if you tell them, see a lot of ATLians don't know this. That's why we've been doing something, the house game, radio stations, or whatever else. It's all about the way you promote it. So as long as you tell your people what you have going on and you give them something to get behind, it's no different than anybody else. The city's gonna give, hey, this is a product of a lot of people don't know this. Brian Norman Jr., he was born in Decatur, Georgia, which is a city about 3 miles outside. It's not even 3 miles, it's next to, literally next to Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
So it's a metro Atlanta city. He is the one and only fighter born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. The one and only. Vernon Forbes was born in Augusta, Georgia. Holyfield was born in Alabama. O'Neal Bear was born in Jamaica.
Okay, but when Holyfield and you just said that Vernon, they were champions fighting out of Atlanta, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. Okay, I thought so. Tay said he's heading my fight too. Look, Tay, you putting too much. Tay, you about to fight?
No, he headed. He headed.
Okay, he says he's heading my. I'm like, wait a minute. Now.
Yeah, he headed.
Okay, so
I ain't gonna tell you, that fight that he headed, that was a great day. That was a great day. Like, it was one, and he was like 19 years old. Shit. I mean, we've been doing this. That's what people don't understand. But it's all about what people see. They think, like, how do you fight? My son been fighting for 17 years. You don't fight in the city for 17 years and you know what I'm saying? And not right. Like, come on.
Right. Well, look, I just wanted that to be established because, again, people just be talking crazy.
It doesn't.
There's boxing already there. That OTX arena's there. Like, there's fighting. There's stuff going on.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say if it's not what a person wants to believe. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this, right? Because I'm all about teaching lessons. This is a true story. For the people that believe in Google, hear me out and tell me I'm wrong. If you Google something that you think, and you Google the question right, the Google is going to give you one answer. If you Google the exact opposite and question it the way you think the other way is, it's going to give you the same answer. Watch what I tell you. Do it. Try it.
I'm gonna have to come back. To this.
Try it. No, I'm serious. Try it. Try it. Example. Fred Sanford, Lorenz Tate. This is a known fact. There was a rumor out that Lorenz Tate, you know who Lorenz Tate is, right? Old dog.
Yeah.
Lorenz Tate was Fred Sanford's grandson.
Oh, wow.
Right? That was a rumor out. You can Google and ask that. It'll tell you he was. Then you can Google whatever else, and you'll find out he was really just his grandson on a damn show called The Royal Family right before he passed away.
Look, that's a mess.
I'm telling you. So that people who believe in Google, they think you can Google whatever you want. Depending on the way you ask it, it's gonna give you the answer you want. Trust me. I have in order to find the right thing, you have to do your research and dig to find the right sources, to find the right this and that. I'm a veteran at this shit. I do it about everything. I promise you I do.
Okay. So now I'm gonna wrap this up here shortly. You just told me something I wasn't privy to. Why am I losing? Ryan Garcia. He called out your son?
No, today? He didn't call him out. He was talking to. He was at a training camp today, I guess, and who was doing the interview with him? Somebody was doing it. He did an interview today. I can send it to you. He was doing an interview today, and he said, "You want me to send it to you?"
Yeah, sure.
Hold on one second.
And at the same time, because there's a lot of these young guys that's moving up to 47, and it is kind of
right. Yeah, Ryan was one of them. Exactly.
Yeah, Ryan, T.O. Geez.
I don't know if do you have the ability to play the clip on here?
Of course, Dev.
You got to you can just take your phone if you can and just put it up to you. And
I could do that for sure.
I just sent it to you.
Okay. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Somebody asked me, do I think Stanionis quit like Quaybad? I don't know if that was for me or not. But yeah, what I saw when I went back and watched it, Stanionis himself really didn't quit. He just didn't. The little small guy that was in his corner, he was talking in his ear. He was like, "I'm gonna stop it, okay? I'm gonna stop it."
That coach,
huh?
That coach, his coach.
Yeah, he was like, he said to go back and watch it right at the stop.
I did. I listened.
Yeah, he said, I'm gonna stop it. He said, I'm gonna stop it. He was like, it's like when you look at a person to see if they agree or disagree. I don't know if Stan said okay or whatever, but he was asking him and he was looking at his face to see, how he was gonna act and what his response was, and then he got up and he waved it off. So the coach stopped it. My shit, Quavez, he just got up and was like, "Man, fuck y'all."
Yeah, I don't even think he said that
So,
word. He said no.
right. And of course, Boxing Rail from Philly, said that he trained Quavez for a brief moment. And he said he ain't no punk. He said he ain't like that. He said that it was something that Brian Norman did in the ring that made him quit. And you just got to wonder what was it in the ring that he did to make him quit. So when you ask me, I mean, quitting is quitting. So I mean, you say like him. I mean, yeah, I guess they both quit. I guess just one that the corner initiated it. The corner definitely initiated it in Stanionis because you hear him accent clearly. And then in this one, Quavez walked up to the corner like, "Man, fuck y'all."
Yeah,
You
he
know
was just
what I'm
done before he
saying?
sat down. And watching his film, I didn't see him as being no punk either.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he was a tough guy. He posed himself as a tough guy.
Okay, so let me play this interview here.
Still in my heart to become a champion. I believe I'm fighting for a 147-pound championship, so I will be a world champion. So I'm excited, but do I want to fight maybe somebody else that I feel like,
Give us a name.
make me feel like a champion,
Give us a name.
Give us a real one. Whoever the champions are. I really Drawn, Ennis, what's his name? Boots, right? Who else is there? I don't know who else is the champion at 147.
Brian Norman.
Brian Norman.
Boots is probably the biggest.
Yeah.
Mario Barrios.
Oh, Mario Barrios. So yeah, anybody. Any of those guys, I feel like, all right, I won a world championship if I beat one of those guys.
But you've never been one of those.
Okay, so and that makes sense because now Tio, I don't feel like he wants to smoke with y'all. I really don't feel like Tio.
He absolutely again. Listen, my son finally, you know what I'm saying, when I came into this, like when I'm doing something, I'm doing it. And sometimes it does take my focus off on other things I do in life. So which is why I don't mind stepping aside. I don't mind stepping out the way. I don't mind, just so you know, not being funny, like you are one of like few interviews I'm doing right now. I know y'all seen me lately. Nah, I got to chump a motherfucker off the other day. I'm sure some of y'all saw that. But yeah, nah, I'm not talking to nobody I don't know no more. Like I turned a few people down. They go see me today. I don't give a fuck if I don't know you. I'm not talking to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I told them. They asked me. I was like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk to people I don't know. If I don't know you, and I'm not saying I'm afraid of no questions or afraid, because I ain't never afraid of no smoke. But I don't like fake ass people, and if I don't know you, I don't know you. Feel what I'm saying? And Tay, Mark Nash. Even World Combat Sports, my boy Scotty White has told me, they give me people and they tell me their intentions and they tell me where they at, but I can't remember all these motherfuckers.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what I was saying in the very beginning of the stream is that because it's just a lot of BS going on within the actual supporters of boxing. I don't like to call people fans. And it's just getting nasty, and I don't like it. And I don't want nobody up here disrespecting my people that come on here.
I don't care about the disrespect as long as it's open. I respect you better if you in my face with I don't like you. Yeah, I don't like you. I don't mess with you. I respect you a lot more than coming. That man came to my Instagram. He called me. He called me on Instagram. Man, I just want to congratulate you what you're doing with your son, man. I'm a show and I'm a this and that. Yeah, man, there's not going to be nothing like that over there, man. I know how they try you sometime, man. Now, it's going to be very respectful, man. It's not like, I'm cool. I like to smoke. I don't mind the smoke. It is what it is. I'm telling you, I don't care about no smoke. Like, you bring me smoke all you want. But I didn't know he was the faker. You feel me? He telling me about the fans. You know what I'm saying? The fans gonna be respectful of this. That when because again, I can't. I'm half blind, so I can't really see. But sometimes you might see me squint, and I might catch like one comment. You know what I'm saying? That's why I responded to whoever just saw a minute ago. They asked me about the Quavez and the Stanionis style, because I don't have time to be reading. I'd be in this motherfucker like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we be looking at your forehead.
Yeah, you be looking at my forehead. I'd be like, what the hell are you saying?
We don't want to look at your forehead.
So I don't be on that, but I know every time I look at one on his chat, it was like they was coming at me, which is fine. I'm cool with all that.
No, that's not fine. That was
Listen, hear me out. Hear me out. I'm saying it's fine about the chat. That's you feel how you feel, you think what you think, you support, you support. Listen, that's your opinion. That's fine.
Yes.
My thing was when I got off with him after being fake and this and that, because that's what you approached me with. When I got off with him, I remember like, what's the channel again? I went back to his Instagram message. And I scrolled down and he gave me the name of his channel. I typed it in. Lo and behold, as soon as I type it in, y'all know how he is, old fast talking, phone keep ringing this. And I tried to press him. He wouldn't let me get no question.
I heard it.
Said, bro, I click right back on. He come back in. Oh yeah, hey, how you doing? Say, out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if I don't know you and I don't rock with you, I don't care if you take it as disrespect or respect or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I ain't really talking to you. You know what I'm saying? If I don't know you, I don't know you already, whatever else. Chances are right now I'm not really gonna talk to you. Not right now. I'm not. I ain't in the mood because that dude really, really, really pissed me off. You feel me?
I can understand why. I can totally understand why.
So again, I don't mind the smoke. I love the smoke. I'm cool with the smoke. Yeah. But that fake ass shit, nah, I can't do that.
Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I was glad to see that you clicked back in. I mean, it went to a place. Ooh, it went to a place, but I was glad. I said because he said, "Oh, wait a minute, he's back." I said, "Ooh, that mean he heard you."
Listen to me. People, just like you hear me on this live today. People get me mixed up. People misunderstand me. I'm from the South. When I look you in your face, hey, how you doing? What's up, boss man? No matter who you are, I speak to you, I meet you, and I greet you with respect. You know, all of that. That's just who I am. That's how I was raised. I was raised with manners. I got home training. I'm a yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir, no, sir. Depending on the situation. I'm all of that. You feel what I'm saying? That's just who I am. That's how I was raised. But I always meet disrespect with disrespect. I always will. And my disrespect is I go up with mine. Which is why, no, seriously, which is why in some of these situations with some of these, you hear about negotiations and talks, which is why you hear me talking so much, because it really, really irks my nerve. Like, I want to get at you. I want you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not just talking. These people are just running their mouth. No, you just see me get in the ring. I really will get at the people I'm talking about. I don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like that. I don't like the disrespect. And the thing with me is, like you said, we're on here just doing content. I don't know, and I don't want to know nothing about the business, but that's just me personally. But I really wish some of these content creators would understand they don't know the business. They don't know shit. They don't know nothing, but they be talking crazy. And that's why I said from the very beginning, I said that people need to start respecting you guys, because you come on our channels to be kind and to share information with us. So I don't like that. I don't want the disrespect.
The worst, most ignorant one I've seen myself personally is KO boxing, because that nigga be talking like he really know what he's talking about. Bro, you might be the dumbest motherfucker.
It was wild. It was in the whole. It was wild. Like I'm sorry, and Bill too. You and Bill, as of late especially, but Bill has been getting it for a while. But now you're the new Bill. So
I don't mind. Yeah, I'm cool. But I'm gonna lay off, like I said, for a minute, because I ain't talking to people I don't know. And I just really don't feel like. Because one thing I do get invested in whatever I'm doing. If you ever bother to stop and listen to me, everything I tell you is gonna add up. Everything I tell you.
It makes sense, but people don't. That's the thing. People do not listen. They don't.
No. They don't listen, but they don't want to hear me. They don't want to hear what I got to say. I told you that was an interview. I just talked to you earlier today. That was an interview done with that YSM put out, not YSM, Mill City put out today. In the interview, all through the interview, at the end of the interview, at somewhere toward the middle of the interview, I said, "Listen, my son said he wants the winner. The winner is saying he doesn't know what he's going to do." I said, do me a favor. If y'all really want this fight, I need y'all to go to the winners. I'm not saying no names. I want y'all to go to the winners, Instagram, YouTube, whatever you want. Spam the winner. Tell the winner, listen, we don't want no other fight but you and such. I said, you're talking to the wrong person. I've already, my boy has already said he wants the winner. Come on. My boy has already said he wants to win. Right? Comment. My bad. Comment immediately. He's saying everything except he want to fight. I said, oh my God.
But see, but you have to understand too. I'm in the chat with these people. I watch these interviews. They don't listen. They do not listen.
At all. Did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? I done said this shit 5 times in there. And that motherfucker said, he's saying everything, but he want to fight. Man,
they don't listen. I don't care. You can say it 10 times. You can say it till you don't have no more air to breathe. These people don't listen. They already had a mindset on something. This is me witnessing this. These people they don't listen. And people be talking about people have an attention span of 3 minutes. It's not even that no more.
No, not at all. No.
It's like the attention span of a flea. I promise you.
Yeah, no, they not lit. But again, I did notice, and this was it's a couple of things that happened. One is a lot of them are young ones, and they just dumb as hell. And a lot of them, I seen one where a guy was, I don't know what my phone keep doing in the dark. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right. Yeah. I don't know. My phone just keep blacking out. All right. So anyway, somebody, they was saying that, all the flack my son get, somebody was like, Andre Ward don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. So when they said that, I was like, yeah, I don't stand a chance.
These people are haters.
Yeah, I'm like, you talking shit, bro. I'm like, you talking shit about Andre Ward, bro. Yeah, I might as well just shut the fuck up because y'all don't know.
I don't think they even watch boxing. I'm serious.
Right. Who was Andre Ward? Who could he actually beat?
It's frustrating. I mean, you laugh about it, but I know you don't. You said clearly you don't care. It frustrates the heck out of me. I don't like it.
No. I don't. Yeah. No, I'm cool. I'm cool. Again, the reason I don't care, is because I understand how big the world is. I keep saying that the world is huge. You know what? They help me out in business too. And so anybody who's aspiring to be in business or to do business for themselves, just hear me and hear me well. Don't even worry about your friends. Do not worry about the people you know. They are going to be your worst supporters. Don't worry about them people. I'm telling you. As a whole, as a consensus, that's not who you worry about. So what I'm saying is, what I had to realize, and the same thing is, the world is huge. There's a lot of people in this world. All you got to do is reach the people. That's all you got to do. With whatever it is you got, whatever it is you selling, whatever service you have, reach the people. I don't care if it's commercial. I don't care if it's billboards. I don't care if it's post on Instagram. I don't care if it's a Google ad. Whatever it is, all you get a mass text message, cars at a damn gas pump. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do. Stickers on the gas pump. You see these signs everywhere. Like, reach the people. It's so many people, and one person can change your life. Just remember that. One person can change your life. One person can lead you to so many other people if you get the right person. One person. You feel me? So with that being said, when I see the small community of YouTubers, and like I said, I seen who they was when I seen the small community of people who focus on YouTube, because I didn't focus on YouTube. I didn't focus on YouTube before this. I wasn't a person that, let me go to YouTube. I wasn't that guy. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's even with myself. It's so small, the minor. Like, I'm not worried about what these people saying because the world is so much bigger. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Again, like I said, to the people who are aspiring to be something, just real quick as a message to you, what's gonna happen is, and this is what happened to me, what's gonna happen is, whatever you selling, whatever you doing, whatever product you got or whatever service you're doing, when they realize you don't need them, when they realize you don't, like on my shit, you never see me advertise my business. You never see nothing about my business on my shit. Never.
Never.
Never. The reason is because I realize the people who know me and the people who looking at me don't give a fuck and they don't want to support me. You feel what I'm saying? So what
Well,
I did was I reached out further and reached out past them and I started to make it on my own without my friends, without my people. You know what I'm saying? And when I did that, those same people, when they realize I'm doing it anyway, then they call you because they
then they
need you.
get on. And well, look, that's why I open too with talking about what you do. Because you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know, through me, somebody, look, we got a lady right here who's in Atlanta. I don't know if she's in Atlanta. She's in Georgia. We got another brother in here, Dub.
Right.
Dub, right? You talked to Dub Right Side before. They're down there. So you just never know who.
Yeah, you never. So
find you,
yeah,
you
you
know.
gotta reach the people. You gotta reach the
I
people.
want
Well,
people to know you are a self-made man. You don't, yeah. Anyway, let me get back to this boxing. Okay, so we talked about the gentlemen that are coming into the division. How about Devin? How y'all feel about Devin? Because I like Dev. Dev's a
Devin,
good.
I like Devin too. Devin Pops called us, asked us to help him out for his future fights. For the future, he got 3 fights. He said one with Ramirez. He fighting with Ramirez.
Yes.
So he got one. He wanted to help him with Ramirez, which I don't know how he thought that was going. Well, he wanted us to come now, but I'm like, the fight is real soon. But he was trying to see if we was able to come help him with this fight, and he got 2 fights, I guess, against Ryan Garcia. So I guess they got a automatic rematch. But so he said that. So he said the next 3 fights. And I was like, 3 fights. So I guess he said Ryan and Ryan. That's what he said. So I guess they're gonna do a trilogy. I guess they're gonna do a trilogy or whatever.
So it don't matter who win or lose. We didn't know that.
That's what he said. I'm telling you what he told me. Yeah, that's what he said. So he said Ryan and Ryan. I was like, okay, cool. So anyway, I asked my son, offered it to my son, but he had the weight class now. My son was like, nah, I don't want no familiarity with none of these guys no more. Like with what's happened with the situation. He's like, I don't even want them familiar with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said, I don't want them familiar with me. I don't want them to say they spar me, they see me. I don't want no familiarity with me. When they see me, they're gonna see me for the first time and they're gonna deal with what we got going on right then and right then. So that's why B turned that down. He was like, I pay y'all a lot of money. B was like, nah, he cool. So B didn't do that. Then plus we got a fight coming up anyway, so we want to be able to do that.
Okay. So we'll get outside of that now. There's talks on the horizon of other fights coming on. How do you like the sound of the Stephen Fulton versus O'Shaquie Foster?
I like it. I like any good fight.
I know that's right? Okay.
Yeah, I like it. I'm a fight fan. Hold on.
Now,
okay. Go ahead.
Now, I do want to bring up this one too. What about y'all fighting Rolly? Because he's coming into the division too, and that's a name who also generates a lot of,
I met Rolly. We met Rolly in Solid Gym. He trained in Solid Gym where we was at. Rolly is very respectful. I like Rolly. Rolly cool, but business is business, and we would love to fight. We would love to fight any name.
I love
we would love to fight any name because it doesn't matter whether you're good or bad. The people only know the names that they hear. Because like when you think about it, when you think about Mario Barrios, for example, Mario Barrios literally got famous for getting knocked out by Tank Davis.
Yeah.
Then he came back and got beat by Keith Thurman. Then he came back. I'm not. This is not knocking on him. I'm just saying. I'm just giving the facts.
Yeah.
I'm just giving the facts of what happened and how he got famous and how he got big and how he got a name. So he fight Mario Barrios when at first initially, who the fuck was Mario Barrios? You know what I'm saying? So after that, then he beat and broke the eye socket of Ugas, the person that Era had just beat the hell out of right before then. And that's how Barrios was born.
And arguably, I just gotta throw this out there. I don't care. Abel just beat him.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But that's how Barrios was born, is what I'm saying.
Anytime you fight Tank. Yeah.
So unfortunately, that's the world we live in today. People are real big on namesake. Integrity or not, we have to go with what the fans and what the people want, because that's what it is. It's a fan-friendly sport. Even with your fight style, winning fights is one thing, but if you don't have a fan-friendly style, or if the fans don't like you, your style means nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, how many people you hear talking about the 105 champion of the world?
Not none.
Not now one. Not no boxing show, not no boxing, nothing. Nobody's talking about the 108 pound champion, unless he's Manny Pacquiao and he came from 108 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even talk about that because I feel some kind of way.
But you get my point, though.
I do, absolutely.
So unfortunately, namesake means a lot in this business, and the skills are there. Managers and promoters, like, that's how Jerron Ennis and my son ended up with Terrence Crawford too. A lot of them, Mike Tyson, a lot of them, all of them, pretty much. That's how all of them ended up how they were. Was that there was a manager somewhere, a promoter somewhere that saw this person, discovered this person, knew that this person could fight. Mm-hmm. Y'all look at your favorite fighters' first few fights, first 15, 20 fights that you want to say.
We do all the time, yes.
Yeah, and you will see they were all ducks. They were all people you do not know, not ducks, but people you ain't never heard of, never thought about. You ain't seen them nowhere else. So anyway, with that being said, they all built up the same way, but what it is the promoter or the manager sees a fighter that they already know can fight. They've all, you know what I'm saying? So they already know they can fight. So they build them up. So now they can sell them. They can sell all the, they can sell the knockouts. This person have 29 knockouts and whatever.
Yeah. I talked with, there's a brother on here I talk with all the time. And we were talking about that. The whole business is marketing, is building. You're building a fighter. I like to always talk about Oscar. And I say, he got a whole bunch of built fighters. But the reality is all these promotional companies, they're building these guys.
All of them.
Yeah. And like you say, they'll find one and who's probably a good one in a name. And they make a name out of that individual. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. That's why you see people pass the torch all the time. Floyd did it when he beat Oscar De La Hoya. That took him to a whole new stratosphere. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Then I don't care what you say, they used De La Hoya again and did the same thing with Pacquiao. That fight was unnecessary.
Yeah. Yeah.
They used De La Hoya again. There was no point for Pacquiao to fight De La Hoya at that time. We had old ass. There was no point in that fight.
Well, look.
But that's how you do it. That's how you pass the torch. That's how you do it.
They trying to make Pacquiao. They using him for somebody else now. Well, they using him to try to get Mario.
Well, no. That's on Pacquiao. That's on Pacquiao because we was talking. We was in talks. We was trying to get that. Pacquiao was trying to fight everybody.
Good Lord.
No. It had no. Just hit me out. It's not like that. Not like that. It was. He was just trying to find a fight. He need money.
How do you feel about that? I mean, obviously any fighter can come back. They can fight when they can do whatever they want. But how do you feel about?
I mean, you can't ask me how I feel about it when George Foreman, the oldest heavyweight champion in the world, came back and knocked out Michael Moore at 45 years old.
That's right. But he ain't no, I'm sorry. He ain't. And I respect Pacquiao, don't get me wrong, but he ain't Foreman. And I ain't heavyweight.
You ain't got to tell me. Listen. It's like this. As these fighters, like my son, 17 years of my son's life, he been doing this. Think about if he retired Pacquiao retired like 40, so 39. So let's say if he retired at 39 years old, he'd have been doing this for almost 30 years, pretty much of a 30 plus years of his life, right? So listen, 32 years of his life, he would have been doing this. That's all these fighters know.
Yeah,
that's all they know. That's the only thing they have. It's like a drug dealer who get money fast. That's why they can never work a regular job, because they can't. That fast money is not there.
Right? Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? That they got to have that fast money. When you get used to something, when it is what it is, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So Pacquiao, $19 million in tax debt. He need money.
Yeah. Well, look, I didn't know that portion, but yeah.
He need money. He need money. So respectably, I respect all fighters. So respectably, respectably, if he need to come back and get that bag and get that check, then I mean, I'm all for it. Let that man let that man, people want hell, Jake Paul could come in and rob the goddamn bank. Why can't a legend like Pacquiao?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you're right. Well, I guess
Jake Paul brought out my favorite fighter. The reason I fight, the reason my son is even around, Mike Tyson, at 58, damn near 60 years old, and beat my boy. You feel what I'm saying? And we allowed that shit, and we allowed it.
I didn't like that.
But I didn't like it either. But you, me, and everybody else watched that shit though. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I watched a little bit to the second round, and
don't matter. You logged in and you clicked that motherfucker.
People in my house was watching it. People in my house watching. I couldn't watch it because I will say this: I do not like, and Pacquiao. Yeah, again, respect to him. I don't like them pulling out our greats. Me, as in with people who look like me and you. I do not like that. It's right. Yeah. Right. But again, at the end of the day, that was Mike's choice as well, right? And it is what it is. It's water under the bridge now, but I don't want to see that stuff no more. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You ain't gotta watch it or whatever, but somebody gonna watch it because none of us look. It's just like this. For whatever reason, it's like Santa Claus. Everybody needs a hero, like especially men. Man, we don't grow the fuck up. We never grow up.
No comment.
90% of us. Let the shop doing the interview. I'm gonna call you, man. I'll be there in a little bit. 90% of us don't ever really grow up. Like I tell my sons all the time, like I'm that same motherfucker. I'm the same. I remember all of it. I remember how I thought. I remember how I felt. I remember how I act. I just got a little more mature, and the consequences got real. And I knew what I could and couldn't do, and little shit like that. But other than that, man, I'm still a motherfucking kid. All the other men in this chat still a fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? I still love the Incredible Hulk.
Hey.
That's my guy. The Incredible Hulk is my guy.
If you like comics, it's a brother in here who does that. It's a couple of them in here.
Yeah, I love Incredible Hulk. I like shit like Black Lightning. I like shit like what's that? Luke Cage. I like shit like that. I'm saying I watch the Flash. I mean, we all kids. To me, I am.
I live with someone who still buys comics and posts them up in his room. Man, look. I've been married to a man who does
so that's what I'm telling you. We all most of us, I ain't gonna say all because there's always an exception to every rule. Most men are still fucking kids. We still the same person, just older. We done been beat on, we done been stumped on, we got callous, it's all about the character. That's why I was telling you about the character building shit. Right. It's all about the character that was built in you. So now you're less likely to take certain shit, or you might be manly in other ways, but upon all that tough bullshit, man, we some motherfucking kids, man. Look at that fresh ass car. We just ain't acting like that. You know what I'm saying?
I like cars, don't play.
Bingo. Fuck bingo. Now we really want to buy
it. I know. I'm telling you, I totally understand. I live with men and men. I live with some men.
Yeah. So, but bottom line for me, the reason for me saying that is we all love heroes. You know what I'm saying? We all once believed in Santa Claus. We all were looking for something, even teams. We all looking for something or somebody to believe in, and Incredible. And that's why you see like with Tank Davis fans and Canelo fans and Terrence Crawford fans. I'm not saying these guys are not good people or not good fighters or whatever, but that's why their fans go so hard from that is literally their hero.
I get it.
That's literally. I mean, once upon a time, all of our daddies, if we knew who he was our fucking hero. Until he wasn't.
I still I miss my daddy, and he's still my hero. Both of my parents is my hero. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna just do these little quick because you're getting phone calls and it's getting late. I'm gonna do these little quick shot questions. Just answer as fast as you can. We're gonna get through this one. Yeah, Who's your favorite fighter of all time?
Oh, of all time,
all time.
The reason I'm here by default gonna be Mike Tyson. The reason I'm even here. Ooh. By default, but Mike Tyson, but by default Mike Tyson, but then further further, growing and living is gonna be Roy and Mike.
Ooh, okay. Your favorite car? What you said before, but let's say it again for the people. I think you said that before.
You said my favorite car ever. My favorite
Favorite
car
car ever. Just whether you have it or not, or if you could get it, what's your favorite car?
I don't know. I don't have one.
Ooh, okay. Manual or automatic?
Automatic. I had a fucking manual. That son bitch. I had it for 10 years. That bitch had 58,000 miles on it.
Eubank or Ben?
Eubank. I don't even know. I've never watched Eubank fight a day in my life, but I don't think Ben is that good at all.
Haney or Ramirez?
I'm a root for Haney, even though I had beef with him a little while ago with that push he did against Lomachenko that time when he was just sitting at the weigh-in or whatever. I ain't like that shit, so I had beef with him for a long time. But I mean, it is what it is. He showed to be a okay guy. I'm a root for Haney to come back and not let that victory, not let that defeat ruin his career. So I'm gonna go for Haney.
Okay. Would you ever consider coaching other fighters?
Absolutely, I would. I actually used to coach kids. I used to coach kids a lot. My kids is the reason I stopped coaching them. People don't take it serious enough for me. Like, if you ever really stop and listen to me, I'm very, like I said, I'm a kid, but I'm a very intuitive person. Like, I'm in what I'm doing. Like I just told you, I focus on what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I know my shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like if I'm giving my time, I'm gonna need you to give me your time and your undivided attention. And just, unfortunately, most people don't have that. They don't have what it takes to be coached by me. I'm so serious.
Oh wow.
My son is the only person that has what it takes to be coached by me.
I hear that. Okay. Now this question I already asked you in a sense, but your favorite heavyweight of all time, but I'm gonna assume that's your favorite.
No. Yes, I love it, but also by default, we got to go with Muhammad Ali too, though. But Mike Tyson is my favorite. Mike Tyson is the reason that I'm here. Mike Tyson is the reason I even wanted to fight. But just because of personality in and outside the ring, and greatness and just everything about him, we're gonna go with Ali on that.
Okay. Favorite heavyweight fight of all time?
I don't know.
You know, mine is George Foreman and Ron Lyles. I love that fight.
Yeah.
Favorite food or meal? This is the last question.
Pizza.
Good stuff.
I just got hungry as hell. I want something now. Meat lovers, meat, please. 3 meat lovers, anything with meat. I'm a meat eater. I need it.
Pork, man. Woo.
I need it. Give me your pork. I need it.
All right, I ain't trying to hold you up no more. I see you getting phone calls and trying to get to the house.
Yeah, it's cool. Man, hey, look, congratulations on your show. Hopefully, I told you earlier today, we're gonna rock out. I tell you how we're gonna carry it. I told you all you gotta do is ask me a question and I'm gonna bring it to life. You feel me?
You can talk. I know you can talk.
I told you that. That's what I said earlier. I said, listen. I said, you must have never heard me talk. Remember?
I have heard you talk. Remember, I was on that panel with you on Mark Nash. I know you can talk. And then I've just watched. I know you can talk.
Yeah, I carried the motherfucker by my damn self. But hey, you've been a great host. You did a great job on your first interview. I'm very proud to be your first guest. Very proud to be your first guest.
I'm glad to have you as my first guest.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the supporters. Shout out to the haters. You know what I'm saying? Look, we're looking to do what we do. Keep the ball rolling. Keep the train rolling. Shout out to my boy Tay. Shout out to all the people in the chat that support a brother and been supporting brother to the end. And man, I'm gonna catch y'all later on.
Thanks, Senior. I appreciate you. Come back anytime. Okay.
All right. Okay.
You.
All right, thanks.
All right, you guys. Man, this was wonderful. This was fun. Again, I didn't want to get into all the crazy stuff. I hope that I got some questions answered for you guys, and I know for others I didn't dig deep enough, but you know what? It is what it is. if I ever have anybody else up on my panel, I will respect the people that come here. Y'all know I try to be fair. I try to be unbiased, but at the end of the day, we all have a bias. And I rocks with Brian Jr. It is what it is. I like Boots too. I like all these other guys. But I just see a lot of promise in that young man, and I do wish him and his father the best. I thank you guys for coming in here and rocking out with me, because we've been on here for a little while. You know what I'm saying? And thank you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Please like the video. Please share the video. Please subscribe if you're not. And please come back. I might not have no more interviews, but y'all know I'm going to try to do some breakdowns and all that stuff. I wanted to get into social commentary too. So just rock out with me. And thank you guys. I appreciate you. And shalom.